you doing, everybody? Welcome to Ginza Ichome. This is the start of a small adventure where I'm going to take you around the Ginza on a rainy day. Typically would start in the rain. Today I'm starting from the subway because I'm not riding my bicycle out here. So goodbye to the metro line. Thank you, Yurakucha line, for bringing me to Ginza Ichome. So we're going to start adventure. We're going to start this adventure underground because it's not raining here. It's been raining all day here in Tokyo, and with the wind of the subway trains going by, you can hear that right now. It's been, I don't know, in the middle of the night it just turned cold and the rain started coming down. We're not in the rainy season yet. Usually starts around June 10th, but who knows, but the weather has been just all weird over the last year. In fact, the cherry blossoms were the earliest ever, I believe. I think they were 12 days early this year and getting earlier every year. So let's get out of the station here and we're gonna explore some Ginza. I really like the streets of Ginza in the rain too. There's a reflection that you get, especially at night, it's even better. But during the daytime, it's not too bad. I also wanted to use this time to announce tomorrow, I'm gonna be doing a live stream at Tokyo Station in the cafe there with the permission of Japan Rail, which is awesome. Peter's gonna join me for a studio-like shoot in one of the cafes inside of the station. One that is owned by Japan Rail. So it's gonna be totally awesome. Let's get out of here. Exit 1 to 6. I don't think it really matters, but might as well just give you a quick overview while we're here. There's the station area. We're now right here. So we're gonna walk anywhere. It doesn't really matter. Let's go to exit number 6. And I'm gonna take you around this area for the next 20 minutes or so. One of these days, travel back to Tokyo is going to commence and you'll be here with me too. But until then, I promise I'm gonna take you around the country so that you can kind of get that vibe, either to prepare for your trips. Oh, this way. I like exit 9, laugh out loud. Yes, that's right, this is live. I usually get out of a different exit from the subway. This is weird. Indolent Autodidact writes in here, hey John, hope you're doing good. How are you? I'm okay. I'm doing okay. Just got a haircut. All right, there's exit 5. That's our target. Little Luke, stay on target, says Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now these are pretty interesting. These are for people that are disabled. It will pick up wheelchairs and help them come up the steps. This is a stopgap measure before they started installing a lot of elevators into the stations over the last couple of years. But they're in use, so it's really important to call the stations in advance. Every single metro station has a phone number. All you gotta do is call them, tell them the time you're arriving. They'll have staff there waiting for you, like a VIP, to help you up onto street level. Here we go. Whoa, it is raining still. Get your lightsabers out, a 70-centimeter umbrella, and welcome to the back alleys of Ginza. Boom, you're here. There's the loft. One of these stylish pop-up stores that come in here, Ageta. Nice. I like Aoyama Ginza Ichome. The Ichome means the first block or first town, first intersection. They call them chomeis. Cho meaning kind of like town. The big intersection in Ginza is Ginza Yonchome. That's where some of the world's most expensive real estate used to be back in the 1980s. You can hear the rain pitter-patter on my umbrella right now. It's wet. I see Jennifer French is in the house. How you doing, Jennifer? This is a new Milano Italian sandwich. It even says Milano, but you gotta look at the small print. Don't know. Looks good. All right, let's get to the main street here. I prefer the alleys though. You know, I've been here to Ginza on many live streams. This might be your first live stream, maybe not, but these alleys here, or I wouldn't call them alleys either. They're just side streets, I guess. But within the side streets are different alleys. So I thought I would take you to some of those. The alleys are made of brick, or the side streets are. And you can see how when it rains, it reflects off of the street, some of the light. Again, beautiful at night and during the... Wow, check this out. Look at that dessert shop. Yes, please. Wow, this looks like a historical place. How has this slipped my radar? Look at that blueberry tart. Whoa. Something to shovel right in my mouth, please. I'll be back here. All right, I gotta come here with Kanai. They have an entrance that comes off of the subway as well, it says. A subway entrance. Oh, they do. That's true. Here, right here. Basad Ginza. There's a staff member here to take your order, I guess. Very cool. Ginza, no expense is spared. It's like John Hammond from Jurassic Park. Spared no expense in Ginza. Did I see Gmon 3 full? Thank you, Pearman in the house. Gotta go back there. No one is left behind with the super chats. I really appreciate the support, everybody. So in this episode, as I explained, I see more people coming online. I'm just gonna be walking around Ginza, sharing the experience with you. In the rain, it's very unique, and a lot of people asked me, is it worth coming to Japan during the rainy season? The rainy season is called Tsuyu. T-S-U. Tsuyu. T-S-U-Y-U, I guess. Tsuyu. And at this time of year, usually around June 10th for Tokyo, but maybe it started earlier. It rains almost every day. But actually, that can be a good thing, because you get some really cooler days, and it's like this. And if you're a photographer, rain is something that can be really good. Maybe not for your equipment, but for your photos. Because you have more characteristics. The lights, sunlight casts a lot of shadows, okay? But with clouds, just kind of gives it more color. I don't know, it takes away those shadows and gives you more details. Except in that guy's face right there. These days, mannequins don't have any expressions whatsoever. I guess they want you to be this guy. I don't know. Kind of embarrassing without any pants on. But he doesn't seem to show it. Hey, Michael Sasana's in the house. Always love your walking tours. Just in case you come across any gacha poem. Maybe not in Tokyo. Maybe not in Ginza, I'm sorry. But if we see some, I will stop for some. Oh, I think I might know a place with one. All right. I'll see what I can find, brother. Akibono Mochi. Oh, look at the jewels here. Window shopping in Ginza is always one of a kind, too. You'll see some amazing things here. Look at that ring. Kind of a UK theme going on here. But the value of visiting Ginza is not on that main street. As Mr. Clayton writes in here, Rain ASMR. Hey, PC Gamer 18's here. John, buy something warm to eat or drink. You got it. All right, I'll stop somewhere on the way here. Again, tomorrow morning, everybody, at 9:30 in the morning, I'll be streaming with PVG at Inside Tokyo Station. Mark your calendars. Actually, you don't have to. It's just tomorrow. It's at 9:30 in the morning, Japan time. What is that, 8:30 at night in New York, maybe? 5:30 in California. I don't know if daylight savings time is over or what, but 9:30 Japan time, AM, Inside Tokyo Station, studio shoot, Japan time, AM, Inside Tokyo Station, studio shoot at a cafe, the Japan Rail Cafe, which is pretty awesome. I'm just so happy to have access to and a chance to work with Japan Rail so much. It's pretty cool to get access to the Shinkansen train. That episode might be coming tomorrow or over the weekend. I'm pretty excited to release that on the main channel. Just yesterday, I updated an update. I released an update explaining what was going on. All right, I'm gonna take you to the main street here. Just enjoy the quiet sounds of pitter-patter for the next minute or so while I know when to bow out a little bit. All right, it may be blurry right now. I think we're gonna get a clear screen in a second. We're blocked by the Apple Store. I think they siphon off all the 4G. Hey, Jody. All right, you just heard the bells of Wako Department Store chiming. Hopefully the signal's getting a little bit better. Refresh your browser if you watch it on a PC. I'm doing all I can to stay to the main roads and away from blackout areas that I know about. Maybe it's my umbrella. You think my umbrella? You think my umbrella might be taking away the signal? I don't know. Hey, Chicago Africans here. Get some food. Get Kanai some food during the live stream. All right. There's Akibono, which has really good daifuku. I was going to cross the street and just take a look and see what Akibono's doing. I'm sure they don't have a lot of customers today. So maybe we'll throw them some business because I always appreciate the artistry that they put into mochi. It's really cool. And I will, on my way back to the train station, get something for Kanai. Akibono's right there. It's a famous name of a famous sumo wrestler, no relation, but this is not London. Those are taxi cabs that have a style of an English taxi cab. Those taxi cabs came about 5 years ago. I started seeing them slowly as something to accommodate more foreign tourists, the bigger suitcases and bigger people. There's one go by right there. The cabs got bigger to accommodate bigger people. I'm being dead serious too. That's what I was told by one of the taxi drivers. This one right there with the Tokyo Paralympic logo on the side of it. Hey Ashraf! Ashraf Sano, hi John, second time, gotta catch you live. Never get bored with your content, thank you. I don't get bored walking in the rain either. My shoes are kind of wet though. I should have came prepared. Enjoy some of the cracks in the street. We crossed the street and check out Akibono for some mochi action. Got some cash in my pocket right here to thank you so much for the super chats. Let's put that to some good use right now. Get something nice and sweet to eat as we walk in the rain here in Ginza. There's the Nissan building. They have some pretty cool experimental cars down there, so we'll get a chance. Whoa, there's something racy looking in there. All right, I'm gonna go and check it out, but first let's go get that Akibono Mochi. If you wanna see some more mochi, click the thumbs up. Wow. It is getting wet. My feet. All right, here's Akibono. What do they got now? The Ichigo Mochi with strawberries is a winter thing, but now they have yomugi. Oh wow, look at this. They have one for the rainy season. Check it out. That's like translucent mochi. All right, we gotta try that one. Some translucent rainy season mochi. Wow. The rain is really coming down. Looks like it's gonna be one of these all-day rain jobs. All right. Hi, konnichiwa. このつゆ大福じゃないよね。はい、はい。あ、はい、食べてみます。はい、お願いします。はい。大丈夫そのままで。はい。はい。ありますか？ああ、嬉しい。ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。All right. This is so cool. This is a rainy confection for the rainy season. Ah! I gotta get the tripod out. Hold on a second. This is so awesome. They knew that the rainy season was coming, so they created some confection for this season, and it's translucent like water. All right, I can use this box here. Thank you, NTT. You've just made a tripod stand. All right, you guys okay? stay dry. This is awesome. All right. It's well, we're gonna figure out what it is, but it looks like they have it in a leaf here. Just don't drop it. Thanks everybody for the super chats and the shout and the all of the chats there. Check this out. I'm gonna turn the camera around. Scotty H, do it. Nom nom, try it for us. You got it, Scotty H. All right, check this out here. It's kind of translucent, right? It looks like water, like rain. And there's some beans in there. They're the same beans that they use for anko, or the red bean paste. You want me to just pop it in? Is that crazy? I can't eat the whole thing, just like one bite. That's... All right, let's go 1 and 1 just in case here. Wow. That's not mochi. That's like a yokon. You know yokon? That's made from beans, I think, but it's very gelatinous, like Jello, but it's not. It's sweet, but a natural sweetness, not overpoweringly sweet. The beans give it an extra texture, something to bite into. The beans are sweet. Maybe the sugar's coming from the beans. Wow! That was good. This is my view looking the other way. Let's go walk down some more alleys, shall we? Let me get my mask on. Oh man, that was so delicious. Ashraf, it's agar, I believe. Thank you for that. Masks on. All right, here we go. Oh, I can smell the butter. Oh, it's so good. The butter from this shop here, it's Belgian waffle time. But I'm not gonna get one of these because it's, I don't know. It's not good for my diet. All right, let's go down the street here. That looks like Kanai. And for those who don't know how to spell Kanai's name, it's K-A-N-A-E. K-A-N-A-E, just like this one, which is Hanai, but Kanai's name is Kanai. But if you say it in English really quick with an American accent, it starts to sound like Kanai, Kanae, Kanai. It's really hard. Kanai, 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 right? So I can see a lot of people, if you do it, but if you write in Kanai, it's Apple spell correct changes it to Kanye. So some people say, tell Kanye I said hi. Like, what? Really? I don't know Kanye. Oh no, look, that's one of my favorite shows, the shops, the Nagano Shop. The Nagano Shop is closed. What? They got good stuff inside there. Hope the signal's doing okay, everybody. Hey, the Beatles here. Melbourne is going into 7-day lockdown, so I'm off to a Japanese meal. Definitely live it up a little bit before the lockdown, but be safe out there. I'm sorry to hear that you guys are going into a lockdown. Again, we don't have lockdowns in Japan. We have what's called a state of emergency, which sounds serious, but it is, but it's not. Ai-chan, thanks for writing Kanai's name properly, but Kanai actually understands that people aren't going to get her name right, just like in Japan. Look at that armor, dude. Oh, look at the knives in here. I've been past this shop a few times. You can buy those things. You can buy a sword. All right, I'm gonna contact the shop. I've talked to the owner a couple of times. The older guy. And see, maybe I can get in here and do a live stream. The Katana Shop. That's awesome. Wonder how much it is. I wonder if they have swords with names on them, like violins. Stradivarius sword. It's awesome. Like, I want a sword, but only if there's a zombie apocalypse. Like, that's the way to go. If there's a zombie apocalypse, you know, guns run out of ammo, and you shouldn't be playing around with those things anyways. But samurai swords, that's all right. I know, that's so cool. Like, yeah, man, I have a samurai sword. Guess what? It has a name, too. The Hiroshi. Whoa! I got a friend named Hiroshi, too. Whoa, that's awesome. All right, I'm moving back over to the main street here. Now, a lot of the restaurants in Ginza are underground in the basement level. Do you see that across the street? It's a pasta place that's been here for decades. Oh, I'm not gonna make that light. So sometimes the restaurants that you go to aren't on street level. They're either above or they're down underground in the basement. I remember there was a really interesting restaurant. Hey, Devard Ross, thank you. There's an interesting German restaurant chain called Schmatz. And Schmatz, PR people contacted me, and Peter and I did a couple of live streams at Schmatz restaurants a couple of years ago. That was a lot of fun. But their restaurants are often in places with no signal, so it made it really hard. I had to survive off of their Wi-Fi. But not all of the shops have Wi-Fi here. I'm panning around. This is going towards Shimbashi. This is Ginza Gochome. We've walked from Ichome to Gochome. So from the first intersection, the first block, to the fifth block. Up there in the corner is the Ginza 6 building, and it's because it starts at Ginza Rokuchome. That's why I guess it's called Ginza 6. And from that corner, you have an amazing view if you go up. And actually, I might have to take the thumbnail from up there. That'd be pretty sweet. There's Wako. You heard the bells going by about 10 minutes ago in this live stream. If you listen to the playback, I didn't say a word, which is rare in this live stream for like almost a minute as all the bells were ringing. Jari says he heard those. They were pretty cool. For those that have visited Ginza, it's real nostalgic to hear the sound of the bells ringing. Thank you to the new member we just got right here. Indolent Autodidact. Thank you, welcome. And I have some more traveler content coming tomorrow or the next day. Travelers and insiders get early access to the new videos. Actually, I think just the insiders. But you'll have the first peek at the video when I upload it tomorrow. I think I'll upload it tomorrow, and I might release it over the weekend. I'm not sure, but thanks so much for that. I appreciate it, and welcome. You've unlocked a bunch of emoji. All right, we're back here at Ginza Yonchome, and I wanted to come this way just because I promised you some experimental cars that you would see on an Asphalt iOS game. Like, these are pretty cool. Look at that test car. Whoa. Now, I'm not a big fan of Nissan because of the drama in their executive board, but I still think it's pretty cool, some of the cars that they make here. That style of car right there, it looks like an SUV. It's sort of like a hybrid of something or other. They're everywhere in Japan right now. A lot of people, when they buy the new cars, are looking for this car, which is unusual. Usually they're very small box cars. I say like K, what is it, K cars, I think. You get a special discount off of the license. Whoa! That should be on that Asphalt 9, Asphalt 8 game. I'd love to drive this thing. Do some nitro boosts on this thing. Look at it, look at it. K car, right? Whoa. to ride in that thing. I'd like to ride in it through Ginza. I don't even care for doing like 40 kilometers an hour. Oh, there's a copper. Thank you for keeping us safe, sir. Whoa, look at that car zooming by. There's a Jaguar. I just saw a Jag. You could stand on this corner for a couple of minutes and you'll just see every single amazing car that has ever been made drive through the intersection. In fact, let's do that right now. Let's just watch for a minute. I bet you we see something really cool. If you see something, let me know in the chat. This is called the Ginza intersection car watching episode. No, I just changed it. We're on the lookout for some pretty cool cars as I get my feet really wet. For those that just joined us, tomorrow morning at 9:30 Japan time, I'm going to be doing a live stream inside Tokyo Station at the Japan Rail Cafe. They've given us access to do some cool stuff in there. Internet connection and a special private tatami looking room to live stream from. And we're going to do that tomorrow at 9:30. So I think it's evening in the United States, late afternoon in California. All right, comes an ambulance. I hope that person's gonna be okay. Traffic stopped. Hopefully that person can get... Oh, that's Sushizama on the side of that bus. Can get some medical help really quick. There's hospitals all around the area, including St. Luke's, where Leo was born. Anybody see anything cool yet? Not yet. No mafia cars. Sometimes you see those, and I gotta put the camera down for that. A Mercedes passed by, says Joy. I didn't even see that. Joy's eyes are sharp. Whoa, there's a Toyota Century. No! It was behind the taxi car. I'm not lying. That's the most expensive car in Japan, or the most luxurious car in Japan, the Toyota. Oh, I missed it. It was totally, my shot was blocked. That is the Rolls Royce of Japan that went by, folks. We missed it. A lot of people with money that are getting driven around here. And then the Toyota Centuries will stop in front of the shops so they can get their luxury goods. Get their luxury goods on. Mitsukoshi's closed too. That's rare. So the department stores are off. Here's the Mitsukoshi Lion hanging out with a mask, custom made. We're still pretty deep in this pandemic here, folks. In fact, it's probably worse now than it was a year ago at this time when we had another state of the emergency. Oh my gosh! All right. Oh my gosh! All right, I'm gonna just hide in the corner here because I don't want it to be a muffin. Look at this bad boy that just pulled up. What is that car? What is that car? Oh my gosh, it looks like a Rolls Royce SUV looking thing. Rolls Royce Cullinan. All right, I want to give them some privacy here. That guy might have some packing heat or something, I don't know. The light's gonna change in a second. We're gonna see some Rolls Royce go by. This is awesome. Seriously, you could stand at this intersection and watch super amazing cars go by all day long. That's an interesting looking car too. Is that a Volkswagen? Rolls Royce has an SUV? What? Oh, here it comes, here it comes. This is a bad boy, look at it. Whoa! That's gotta be like total luxury inside that thing. Should I knock on the door? Is that creepy? I don't know. Yeah, it's a Rolls. That is so awesome. I've never seen a car like that before. Cullinan, we have confirmation. Wow. How much does that thing run? Anybody know? And probably in Japan, you could tack on another 20% on that. Whoa. Speaking of that style of car, there's a Porsche version of it too. That style of car is everywhere in Japan. Everybody starts to, when one style becomes popular, everybody wants that car. So that car style is everywhere now. Even Rolls-Royce has a kind of SUV looking thing. There's Kimura Japan right there. Very famous place with the best ebikatsu sando in Japan, maybe. It's one of the first bakeries in Japan. The emperor it was the first place to make an anpan, I believe, and the emperor ate one and gave it its thumbs up, like in that movie Gladiator, the thumbs up or thumbs down. I don't know if they did that exactly, but I do know that the emperor did approve of the anpan, liking Western food back in the 19th century, I think. And then after that, baked goods started to become a little bit more popular than just rice. There is some history of bread in Japan. WX Turbo's here, welcome. Nice to see ya. All right, there's the 4G sucking Apple store right there. Gonna have to go around it. I don't have any Grey Poupon, but I do have the Kewpie version. I think Kewpie is the mayonnaise company that makes a lot of condiments. All right, let's go this way off of the main street, follow it down. This is Matsuya Dori. On your left side, you're gonna see here, not just a post box. Oh, and by the way, we got 4 postcard club members. Thank you. I am sending out those postcards right as soon as I get home. I forgot to bring them with me today. That is Japan's first Starbucks. A little bit of Starbucks coffee history. 1998. The year I arrived here is the year that they started. I believe it was 98. Cosmin Roy's Rolls-Royce fund. Thank you, our friend from Romania. Bonujiwa. One of my best friends lives in Cluj-Napoca. Hope to visit her again. Kanai and I were there about 5 years ago in Cluj. La Cluj. This has been renovated as well. Alan, it is absolutely overrated, but yet at the same time, they make a pretty good cup of coffee too, and they're everywhere, so I can't... There are places that make better coffee, but Starbucks is everywhere, you know? It's convenient. If you need a cup, you have a couple hundred yen, you just need it. Do it. All right, I'm gonna do this really quickly. I think I can. All right, there is, I don't know if we can enter through here, but there's a plaque saying it's the first Starbucks. Let's see. There it is right there. Our first store in Japan. That's all I wanted to show you. Push. You're welcome. I didn't buy anything. So true story. 1996. Yeah, it was a little bit. They didn't have another store for a while though. They grew kind of slow and then they exploded on the scene. I know because I lived in Nagoya at the time. They didn't have a Starbucks there, and I had to travel 7 hours on the Seishun Jachi local train, Tokaido line to Osaka to get a cup of Starbucks. And I traveled that far just because it was a goal, and it made me feel pretty happy to get something that I couldn't have in Nagoya. So, you know, mid and late 90s, that was when Starbucks was growing, so was I right here in Japan. It's interesting. Some sort of depot center for the department store. All right, now we are. Yeah, they do have green cones. I just saw somebody. Japan is very diverse with its cones. They're not just orange and yellow, but we do have green cones. It's kind of cool and very natural looking. One of the reasons why, as we go past a, what is that, a flower store? Looks like a plant shop. That's a pretty cool looking plant shop. Must be old. Even the roof has like a jungle on the top of it. Ginza neighborhood has a lot of rules here. One of them is that you don't stick out or look bad. And sometimes these orange cones can look pretty bad. So what they do is they have different colored cones that stick out but don't stick out too much. Kind of blend in with the neighborhood. And the green cones, I think, might look better. Oh, this is a brand new skyscraper. Do you see that, the jungle building? I'm gonna pan up right now. This is the addition building. It's just opening up now. They got plastic wrap on the windows. New addition to Ginza. Wow, very cool. The rain is subsiding just a little bit here. WX Turbo, I appreciate that. And Papa Dot is here. Beautiful footage, John. Thanks for joining us, Papa Dot. I showed you that first Starbucks. This is a Starbucks roastery, and this is the Kit Kat shop where Peter and I came at the beginning of 2021 and got really angry because they didn't have the aged whiskey Kit Kat. A busted live stream. So I'm not a big fan of these confectionery stores from Kit Kat. That's usually a big ripoff. That looks like a Rolls Royce looking old. Let's look at that car for a second. That looks like a one of those Volkswagen cars that the Libyan terrorists were using in the Back to the Future movie. Just stating a fact. Look at that thing. Look at the windows on it too, in the back seat there. It's pretty big. If I was a kid, I would love to play in this car. You know, screw you, Mom, I'm sitting in the back seat. It looks like one of those Star Wars vehicles, right? Transport units. Oh, wow. And it's so compact. Look at the little wheels on it. That is a sweet ride. That's a sweet ride. Yeah, this used to be where I taught a lot of English lessons back in the day. The ones that I did not report to the English school. My rate was 5,000 yen an hour, about $50 an hour. And I think I had about 10 students, private students on the side. Back in the day. My lessons are pretty fun. All right, it's quiet on this side road here. It's a lot quieter here. I'm walking back to Aoyama Ichome. This side of Ginza, thank you, Alan. I was one of the best teachers. I was the PR, I was the one using all the posters for the English school too. They put my mug on their posters. I don't know why. Gaba. That's where I was working. That company started as like a pizza delivery service for English teachers in Ikebukuro. They used to give all of the teachers free suits. They don't do that anymore. And then a student would say, I want to have this teacher delivered to me at 11 o'clock to your house. So the teachers would get the call. The command center would send the teacher to that house at that time. And then you would get paid by the company. Very cool. But they don't do that anymore. Gaba is a totally different company. No, I would not work there again, ever. They could not pay me enough. But starting off as an English teacher, I think almost everybody starts off like that because it's the one job that is very prized here in Japan, and teachers receive a lot of respect, except for maybe by your employer, but it's okay. Oh, is that Tofuro? Yeah, that's Tofuro. Okay, let me just take a look. This is a pretty interesting restaurant chain. They've got a couple of them in Ginza, but what I like about it is usually inside of Tofuro, the restaurants have a really, that's not Tofuro. It looks like Edo period Japan inside. They've put a lot of effort into making it look super cool inside of the restaurant. The menu is also quite nice and traditional. Of course, tofu is their main staple, but they've got a lot of stuff that is not tofu like this right here. Carrie wants a pizza now, though. That's far from what I'm showing you right here. They've got soba. It's usually quite healthy. Different kinds of sake, I guess they're showing there. Highballs, different highballs. They even have bentos now on the menu. But take a look inside the restaurant right here. Check this out. It looks like Edo period inside. They have a bridge in there. You can take pictures. I brought my neighbors from the U.S. came to visit. They just were in Japan. They called me up to hang out for an afternoon. That was so nice to see them after like 20 years. We were all a little bit older, and I took them here, not to this one in Shinjuku, and they loved it. Our staff assistant was our waiter. He was all right. He was a guy, but he didn't look like a guy. Very feminine looking, which is, I mean, I got no problem with that. But they were obsessed with it. Like, boy, he's I think the comment was, and they're in their 80s. Like, he's you know, that's a guy, but he's so pretty. That's what they said. So when we left there, I was smiling with him, the staff assistant, the waiter. And at the end of the day, he said, okay. And then he let him take a picture together. And that's the best, their favorite picture is the picture with the waiter, because he was so good that he didn't have to give him a tip. And he just was an interesting character. But in Japan, people are all Japanese for the most part, but they're all very different. Just the subtle differences in people are seen in the way they dress, or their hair, or their shoes. In Japan, you'll see people with very interesting shoes that are just a mark. If you can't, for your work or school, you have to wear a uniform. So they find different ways to kind of break out and add personality, whether it's like a clothes or the way that they wear a belt or something. You'll see that, which is why Japanese styles, unique stuff to take root here, because people are so much into a box with society. Roots will still sprout. Leaves will pop out, and you see some really genius level stuff. I'd love a hot bowl, but a lot of stuff is quarantined off right now. I think it's going to be about a month before the state of emergency is called back. Now, I know that yesterday, we're getting close to ending this live stream. I got to get back home, but yesterday, Japan's second biggest newspaper called to cancel the Tokyo Olympics, the Asahi Shimbun. Circulation is, 5 million or something. Newspapers are so well respected in Japan. And I don't know if that's actually going to make an impact. It looks like the Olympics are going ahead anyways. Again, we're in a state of emergency. This is the worse now than it was a year ago when they decided to cancel because of the pandemic. The situation in Tokyo is worse now than it was when they decided to cancel or suspend it. So I'm not sure how they're going to handle it, but I'm pretty excited to find out what happens. And if they hold the Olympics, I'll support it. If they don't, I'll support that too. I think for the most part, most people in the city of Tokyo don't care anymore because the economic impact is no longer there. So there you have it. I love the Olympics. I love the challenges. Not so much the business side of it, but gives a chance for athletes to compete, and that's kind of cool to watch. I had a poll on Instagram stories asking everybody, write in and tell me if you're excited about the Olympics in 2 months. 56% of the people said yes, but I was surprised at the high percentage of people who said no. So that's going to be the vibe. So the Olympics has a very low bar. It's a pretty dress. Yamato8125 writes in here, I lost the hype. Sorry, I lost that vibe, that excitement. that I had about 2 years ago, of course it's not the same. Hey, I see you right there. Locked and loaded. How you doing, sir? Excuse me. Do you live here? Are you a local? Where can I find the nearest chicken restaurant? Can you point me in the direction of a deep fried chicken, please? Anything? You're gonna take me in person? Okay. This way? Really? Really? Oh, you decided not to? Okay. They don't know where they're going. Nice to see some locals here. He walks to the edge and said, not worth it. He walks to the edge of the curb and sees a bunch of water there and says, no, not for me. Get out of the road. Dudes, I'm saving your life. All right, good. So why do they do that? Pigeons are walking in the middle of the road. You've lost too many of your friends by doing that. Come on. Pigeon Society should have record books or something. School. Learn. Pigeon cross the road, get hit. I just saved 2 lives today. I remember 10 years ago, a friend of mine, all she wanted were UGG boots. I don't know if they're still popular though. Are they? Interesting. Yeah, talking about the vaccine, I don't want to do that too much since we're about ending the live stream. I'm back to Ginza Ichome where we started. There's just not enough people to give the vaccines. We don't have a lot of doctors here enough for people. When it comes to beds, Japan has the most beds, I think, in industrialized countries for sick people. But the problem is none of them have ventilators that are set up for handling virus type of pandemics. They're all for like other illnesses. So Japan has a lot of challenges and they have not expanded enough of it to get ready for this. There's not much they can do. My personal feeling, I thought that they would have more robots working on vaccines, okay? Let's be honest, Japan is the land of robots. I thought that they would have more. Here's an appointment. In fact, you don't even need an appointment, okay? They need these booths. All right, come to the corner. They need to have these walk-in booths. You sit down, you get stabbed by the needle, you come out comes your confirmation slip with an appointment to come back for your second shot. You exit the room and the room disinfects. Hello, why isn't anybody working on this? Next person comes in, you get jabbed, you get your thing. There's a video, you exit, you go to another vending machine to explain what's going on for observation. The machines and sensors observe if you're having any problems. Boom, there you go, off you go. Everything's printed out. It doesn't seem so hard to do for Japan. It's the land of robots, and yet it seems to be really hard. But we don't have enough doctors and lawyers. And in fact, just a couple weeks ago, the government said that dentists can start to vaccinate. So we'll have dental offices starting to give the vaccines out. But the rollout has been slow and painful for the public. But they'll get there. I'm going to stay positive and hopefully by 2022, Kanai and I will be able to get our vaccines. All right, so I hope that you enjoyed this episode. This is the back alley here of Ginza. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching and clicking that thumbs up button. If you haven't already, all right, I'm going to go and check the comments on... Right, if you come this way, there's nobody here. I can go going maskless, get some fresh air. If you haven't already, check out the channel update I just put on the main channel. It's about the direction channel, and I also put the viewer submissions. I think I got about 100 or so, maybe no less than that, submissions of people going, only in Japan. And I put that up there onto that episode, as well as some supporters that have been longtime supporters talking about just saying hello. And I thought that was really nice, because the backbone of every single YouTube channel is the viewer, right? If you don't have a community of people, subscribers, and people who like the content that you put on, it's very hard to build anything. It's very hard where people will want to click that subscribe button. And for YouTube creators out there, making content that people want to see more of is not easy to do. You might have 1 or 2 videos that go really big, but you need to make content that people want to feel like they see the value in subscribing to that channel. And I hope that that's something that Only in Japan is for you. I'm talking about the Only in Japan that I'm doing. I love the Toby message. All right, Yamato, big shout out to our friend Tony from the Minnesota area, who got into a tree. I don't know if Tony's here, but the story is, I guess Tony wore a crow mask, got into a tree to record that, and fell out of the tree. But he did not record that, the falling out of the tree. So I'm gonna send him some natto umaibo to make sure he sticks more to that tree next time. Yeah, I have a message from Toby in that video too. It's pretty funny. And thanks to everybody who sent me something for that. Look, when we hit another channel milestone, like 250 or 500,000 subscribers, I'm gonna do another one of those, okay? I'll ask the audience to send me in some clips. It just takes a lot of time to accumulate, to get them all together and edit them up, but it's so worth it. So hopefully by then the channel will be running really well. I'll be able to make more income from that channel to hire some people to help me edit it, because the name of the game now is get content out there once a week. That's my goal, and I got to get back to doing that. New episode coming in the next, I believe, 48 hours, okay? It's about that time. The episode's done. You saw it in the background. Actually, the next episode was in the background of that update video yesterday. So the whole episode was behind me, blurred out in the background as the Shinkansen train was going by. Thanks so much, everybody. Who is here? Chicago African. Did you forget to get Kanai some food? Oh, I did. All right, I better go and do that. Thank you. Make sure I go and do that. Thanks so much, everybody. I do have to get back, so that means I'm gonna probably go home from the other station. If you do want to leave me a comment, I love to hear from you. Leave me the comment down below. I do read the comments, even the bad ones. I'm not offended by anything, ever. It takes a lot to offend me. That's why I have moderators to block you and ban you. They help me out there. So extended live stream. And I do have an insiders update coming. I've been seeing that for a couple of weeks, but I have a insiders update for everybody on the supporting as a YouTube insider here. I really do appreciate the support, everybody. Super appreciate. I wish I could get people's addresses from the insider level, because I'd love to send them something. YouTube doesn't quite do that yet, but I think we're getting closer to more stuff like that. Joy writes in Discord, absolutely. We got almost like 1,000 new people sign up to the Discord after that episode too. We're well past 12,000 now. All right, I'm gonna put the camera away so I can move faster. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow at 9:30. And thanks for reminding me, Chicago African. I'll see you tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. I'm gonna put the live stream up about maybe before I go to bed, so you can see the live stream up, and you can click a reminder so you can join us on that day. But my goal is to get as many people watching and asking questions about Tohoku. that's our goal, to introduce you to the Tohoku Shinkansen, and Peter and I are going to be talking about the foods that we ate and some of the experiences from that day. And whenever Peter gets together with me, madness ensues. Conversation is pretty interesting. So I hope you do join me for the Japan Rail Cafe live stream tomorrow, 9 a.m. Friday in Tokyo, which is I don't know, something like 8:30, between 5:30 and 8:30 p.m. in Pacific time and East Coast time tomorrow. I'll see you then, everybody. It's going to be a lot of fun. Stay dry. Make sure you take your umbrella out. I have it put away here, but those girls do not. Smarter than me and that guy. See you, everybody. Thank you. Live to love to lose. Please get something sweet for your family. That's where I'm going right now. Bye-bye.